Mhm. So would you record or would you?
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, good morning. Thank you for your patience and, of course, welcome once again to Congress Space Bio for today's edition of the People's National Congress Reforms Press Conference. My name is Ryan Belgrave, National Chairman of the Guyana Youth and Student Movement Environment People's National Congress Forum. And with me today for our press conference, we have the Chairman of the People's National Congress Forum and the Chairman of the Georgetown District of our party, the Honorable Minister of Public Health, Mr. Paul Lawrence. Before Minister Lawrence reads the prepared statement on the party's behalf, I would like to, on behalf of the Guyana Youth and Student Movement and our party, and I'm certain all the citizens of the Republic of Guyana, like to acknowledge the return of His Excellency, who has been given a clean bill of health, and we pray that he has continued good health and the guidance, of course, as he leads our country into prosperity. So at this point, I will introduce Minister Paul Lawrence, who will read our party.
Thank you, Ryan. Good morning, members of the media. United we stand a better chance to fulfill our destiny. People's National Congress reform affirms that united we stand a better chance of fulfilling our destiny. That is why our party will always embrace coalition politics, because we believe we are better together. Despite recent reports in the media, the APNU AFC coalition remains strong. Sadly, the People's Progressive Party (PPP) and its dishonest presidential candidate Pierre Fanali are trapped in the old politics of Guyana. Listen carefully to the cunningly crafted dog whistles and the not so elegant language they engage in while speaking with their supporters. And one can see clearly that the PPP wants to take this country back to the divisive politics of the past. Those were the days when ethnic support determined election results and campaign tactics. The political landscape was one, not of ideas, but instead of racial rivalry. At the end of these ethnic census, the winner walked away victorious and the country remained divided. PNCR wants the PPP and all political aspirants to know that the tide of ideas in Guyanese politics has turned. We have moved away from confrontation and collision to cooperation and coalition. The new politics is aimed at creating a community with a common cause instead of fighting each other and using our differences to divide and rule. We are a movement aimed at reaffirming our common commitment to confront the challenges facing our nation. Quote our leader, President David Granger, and I quote, "We are a movement to establish an equitable society in a stable political environment with a prosperous economy. We are a movement, most of all, to secure the future of our youth and our children." And the present political climate creates an opportunity for cooperation and consultation. But unfortunately, the PPP in the person of Barjaglio is not interested. The Constitution clearly at Article 1067 leaves open the door for a legislative dialogue. But Mr. Jagdeo has chosen to shut. The question must be asked, why is the PPP bent on confrontation and collision? People's National Congress Reform is proud that our partners in the APNU AFC have always advocated for inclusionary democracy. The parties that make up the coalition are determined and will continue to advocate for inclusionary democracy. We owe it to future generations that the politics of the past must remain in the past. We still believe that our task is to transform these united parties into a government of national unity. In short, APNU AFC has embraced change. A political party that does not change dies, and the PPP is dying ideologically and intellectually. It has no ideas about how to transform Guyana. It has no interest in how to change Guyana. The party has given its voice to one man who wants to take our country back. Back to what? Back to corruption. Back to the crime spree, murder and mayhem that characterized his 12 years as president. Back to cronyism. Back to governing in the interest of a favored few. Back to control, freakism, and no local democracy. Why exactly, one must ask, is the PPP promising or promoting a sordid past instead of promising a glorious future? The evidence is there for all to see that the coalition APNU AFC over the last 4 years has governed in the national interest. The coalition is the face of the future. Our common commitment is to give all Guyanese a good life. And we encourage members and supporters of the PPP to join us as compatriots as we work together to ensure that our children enjoy a great future. Lest we forget, just 4 short years ago in 2015, APNU and AFC came together because Guyana was at a breaking point. Guyanese were tired and fatigued after more than 2 decades of a failed PPP government. The PPP had dragged our nation to the pit of the Human Development Index. The record numbers of arson, armed robberies, murders, suicide, road fatalities, illiteracy, unemployment, trafficking in persons, and trafficking in narcotics had made Guyana a pariah state in this hemisphere. The PPP, worse still, have divided our nation. APNU and AFC, after just over 4 years in office, has turned the ship of state around. The coalition has put an end to cronyism at high levels that was draining our financial resources. We established the Procurement Commission. We have started to arrest the crime that was bleeding the bodies of our women and youth and scaring away investors. We have begun to clean up the corruption in our law enforcement and regulatory agencies. We have cleaned up and restored our capital city, kept the nation safe, and public and investor confidence has been restored. The co-president did great again. The APNU AFC coalition is a visionary combination of political and social forces that has the capacity to ensure that a real government of national unity emerges. not a bogus civic alliance, that our multi-ethnic, multicultural society provides a place for all citizens to prosper, that our people, regardless of their gender, geographic location, class, creed, or ethnic origin, enjoy a good life. That an environment which is free from the ravages of poverty and discrimination and from the scourge of criminal violence, epidemic disease and ignorance is created, and that information and communication is extended to all corners of our great country. He further went on to say that the APNU-ANC coalition is actually more than six parties. It has become a national movement for transformation. The whole is greater than the sum of all its parts. The momentum that the coalition has generated is evidence of the people's satisfaction. United we stand a better chance to fulfill our destiny. Divided, we fall victim to the tactics of the people. I thank you.
Speaker, ladies and gentlemen of the media, will prepare a statement of the People's National Congress reform at this time. We now open the floor to questions. Mr. Randolph Critchlow, that will assist you. Kindly identify yourselves and the media host to represent.
Mr. Lawrence Dennis Broad, I'm from Stock Radio. But I see you stressing a lot on unity in your statement. So my question therefore to you is what can be done in light of the AFC's position that you're insisting that Mr. Rapshan be the prime ministerial candidate? What can be done to ensure that both the APNU and AFC move forward in unison around the prime ministerial candidacy of Mr. Rapshan, and therefore you go as one coalition into the next election?
Thank you, Mr. Chabral. I'm good to see you after a long time. Look, the negotiations are still in place. The lead team person for the AFC is presently out of the country, and we will resume our negotiation upon his return. We have successfully, as a team, we've been able to provide our leaders with a list of 4 principles that was not rejected, and that came after long discourse and deliberation between the two. We are at the accord now, the revision of the accord, and it has been very tedious. We have had very long nights and days, and we have made tremendous steps. And so we have absolutely every confidence that this team will be able to complete its work given to us by our leaders, and we will be able to come out stronger than we've ever been before. There is absolutely no doubt on our side. And I'm quite certain that you heard from Minister Trotman, who also spoke at the PNC Press Conference.
What's the seeming basis for the reluctance to accept Mr. Ramshan as the prime ministerial candidate?
Mr. Chabral, I would love to answer your question, but the fact that we're still in negotiation, I am not allowed to discuss that in public. The negotiations continue, and at the end of it, I'm quite certain we will have a press conference where we want to tell not only the but the world that we have been able to find common ground in those negotiations, and we all would have come out intact and together.
Are you surprised though at the AFC coming out yesterday and saying that basically the talks are stalled because they're insisting that Mr. Ramshan be the prime ministerial candidate? And what impact you think that may have in the public's eye, particularly your supporters and even your detractors, as far as going ahead into the campaign, which is just a few months short before election day?
That's a long question, Mr. But however, let me just say this, that in terms of the People's National Congress for supporters, that they have listened to their leaders. We have indicated, as I said yesterday, that the talks continue and that we will come out stronger than ever. After these talks, we will find compromise. We will come out with an accord that is acceptable on both sides, and we will continue to work together in this coalition. In terms of the surprise of, um, well, I was surprised in terms of the AFC. Yes, because this is not the only matter that has been sparked and been sparked today. And so, yes, there was some element of surprise. But let me just go forward and say that AFC is an independent party. And I'm quite certain that in that independence, they have rights and they will determine their agenda.
Minister Lawrence Raghavir, Prime News, even as you speak about or you invoke some form of silence on the talks, the president is being quoted as saying that there's a possibility of consulting other coalition partners for a prime ministerial candidate. Could you say whether or not this is being considered?
He has.
Yeah, he has been quoted as saying that.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Raghavir. If the president and the leader of our party speaks, well, then you can take what he has said to the bank.
Is that
He's
being
the leader? He's the leader. He's the president. And if he made such a statement, then we'll certainly stand by that statement and we will support.
so? This position was not ventilated during the Accord talks, or
No, absolutely not. But every party can speak to other parties. There is nothing nagging any party from speaking to other parties. And in politics around this time, there are always many, many parties. And going back to many elections previously, I know that our party have met with several other parties for talks and so on. Whether those talks will show with something or the other, it's up to the leaders.
are your talks with other parties weighing on your decision, or decisions or talks with the alliance for change?
That is not my mandate. That is not my mandate from the Council of the APM.
Minister Lawrence, Hannah Duncan, Nightly News. Yesterday, I just want clarity on something. Yesterday at the AFC's press conference, what they said is that the talks are basically, it will not go forward until the issue of the prime ministerial candidate is addressed. And you're saying now that the negotiations are still in place. So I'm a bit, can you bring some clarity to this? Because I think I read one thing from the AFC and you saying something
All right,
else
so
here.
let me say this to you that I have, and I know that the you have not received any correspondence from the AFC indicating that these talks have come to.
But is it unorthodox for them to pull out of discussions without informing via a formal correspondence?
Well, the normal thing to do is that you will write or the two leaders will meet. We are just the representatives, the team. We represent the APNU, and you have the other team led by Minister David Patterson representing the ES. As I said earlier, that we have no indication from the AFC that these talks have come to an end, they're stalled, or any of those disputes that I see wandering about in the media.
As a part of the negotiations,
Ms. Lawrence?
I am the leader for the APA.
So in those talks, did the AFC delegation tell you that the talks were not going ahead?
Certainly not. They have not.
And even with any other form or fashion of wording?
Just as I've said, we have received no correspondence or anything from the APA that these talks have come.
Right, you received no correspondence orally in the around the table.
meetings.
Did they say where you're not?
No, sir.
Mr. Lawrence, Kingsley Bryan, Ghost on 24/7. You said that the prime ministerial issue is not the only issue that is in part. Do you clear to clarify what other issue may be at a stalemate, if you so wish to call it? So,
No, we don't have stalemate.
are there any other issues then?
I
that may
did
be
say
part?
that there are other issues that are part. And these are issues that we have to work out. In the beginning, I also said that these negotiations are continuing. And in the normal circumstances surrounding negotiations, you don't go out there and discuss with public, discuss with the person with whom you're negotiating. So I am inhibited from saying to you what are those things that are part or what are those things that are not part. But what I can say to you is that we have done a tremendous lot of work. And within a very short period of time, this too will be concluded on and we will move on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So as it is now, you see yourself going to the elections in March as a coalition with AFC. That is what you say.
The APN,
Ms. Lawrence, is there a time frame that you're anticipating, at least your team, to have all of these discussions finished by?
well, not my team. We agreed together, both teams. We don't set time frames with each other. If one team comes to us and say, well, we need to have some answers for X, Y, and Z time, we try to work on those issues so that they can be able to fulfill their responsibilities to the department. We've been working around. Everything has been done collectively. And it's such a good atmosphere. So, I see the seriousness as though there's some fight and so on going on. And let me tell you, the discourse has been very enriching. And it has been going back and forth. Both sides have been bringing their thoughts, their views, and so on to the table. And so all of those have been taken by both sides in a very amicable way in which we discuss. And even when we are discussing, it's not only just about us, it's the bigger picture. And that is our country and the continued development. So it's not a them and we story. I don't know if you can get that feeling. It's not a them and we story. It's not a rabbit story going on, right? These are persons who have been mandated by their leadership, parties, for us from APA, mandated by the Council of the APA to represent them in these talks. And of course, both of us will go back to our principles from time to time to have further guidance in terms of matters on the table that we want forward.
But Minister, if all of this is being done in an amicable, cordial way and so forth, then why would one party host the press conference to come public to say, to discuss what's happening, about the PM, the candidates, and all of this? If I'm to take your word based on what you're saying.
I don't know why I would be happy and full of energy all day today and go home tonight and start to ship and then realize that I'm having things happen.
Things happen. Okay.
We're human beings. We're not perfect. All right?
Minister Lawrence, two questions. What do you think about Minister Ramjatan's performance as a government minister? and whether or not that qualifies him for the prime ministerial post in a coalition government. And secondly, you read a statement talking about the record of the PPP, but this government has failed to really hold them to the fire when it comes to cronyism and linking them to crime. Roger Khan is here and he's not been charged with anything. The GRDB case fell through like so many others. How are you going to continue to preach that when the government has failed to hold the other government accountable?
Okay, so I think it's right here that we did speak to several of these issues which you just raised. First, let me say that I've never done an evaluation of my colleague, Mr. Ratchett. What I do know is that I don't jealous him his position as the Minister of Public Security. It is quite a tedious job. It's a large portfolio, and I'm quite certain that Mr. Ratchett has been his best, especially under the circumstances, what he would have taken over and many changes that he would have to bring out. Changes in the views, resources, equipment, even the very places where the policemen and women and the persons in the prisons and the fire service and so on, the conditions of work and all of that. So I know it's a very, very tedious task, very heavy ministry, and I know that Mr. Ratchett is best at every step of it. In terms of the matters pertaining to the PP, these are confirmed issues during the tenure of the PPP with regards to bringing them to the courts. As you've heard from the government side, that despite the various investigations launched, that what we fail to be able to do right now is to get the witnesses to come forward, because people are still afraid, they're still fearful, and we trust that we will be able to use the protection law for whistleblowers to provide those persons with protection and give them the confidence to come forward and to give evidence. What is the use of going to court if you don't have persons, witnesses to come forward and substantiate many of the ills that was done in this country? With regards to GRDP, of course we are upset about that. As the magistrate has said, and the AG, that the council who was assigned did not turn up. But I don't think that that's the end of it. I think the Attorney General will address this matter to ensure that he will utilize the grounds for to continue to go after persons who are accused of committing wrong. In terms of the other issues, I think over the last 20 years or 17 years that the People's National Congress Reform has done a very good job in terms of putting those facts up there. We have spoken through our press conferences, through our newspapers, through picketing exercises, etc., and even interviews by yourself. And so we are not talking of anything that we make up, that we just pull from out of here. These are facts. And we have persons within our country who to this day are still traumatized by some of the things that was meted out to themselves or their families. So as we move along, we continue. I'm quite certain that many of these people will become more confident and we will be able to address these rightful things, which is important.
Lawrence, follow up. How do you justifiably go to your supporters in the run up to the next elections and say, well, you know, we have had successes when we have had the none to bring these perpetrators to justice. And these are things that we fought against consistently for more than 20 years in opposition. How do you go back to your supporters and say we have succeeded in dealing with your grievances?
Well, I will have to repeat myself. The government has shown that it would walk the walk even as they talked it before. And upon assuming government, we ensure that we have those investigations done in order to fulfill that promise that was made. We're at a juncture now where we are unable, because of fear, to get those persons to agree to go and give witness on the stand. We believe that as we continue to work with those persons, that they will feel more confident given our passing of the whistleblowers legislation, which can, to my knowledge, give them security, which can provide them with other opportunities to take care of the affairs which they now have. So it's a work in progress. And so we believe that our supporters will understand that, because I can tell you, if was some of the persons who would have been harassed, abused, locked up, and so by the previous administration, they will be on the witness stand in no time. But many of these persons are public servants, and you can't force somebody to deal with this. They have to come forward voluntarily. First, to go on the witness stand, and we know what will happen. They will get memory loss and all sorts of things. And so we have to ensure that we can provide that safe space where people feel comfortable, and also give them that protection so that they will come forward. And I think it's all of our responsibility. It's not just the responsibility of the government, because all of us in Guyana, we were abused one way or another. So it's our responsibility, all of us, to encourage those persons.
Around the question of corruption, Mr. Lawrence, under your administration, the state has lost almost all, if not all, of the cases at Soku that were brought after millions of dollars were spent in forensic audits. Only recently, prosecutors have not turned to court to back up their allegations, and so the magistrate dismissed several cases. You know, what then do you say?
And I can say to you that those matters have been discussed. So who of itself has been discussed, and there are recommendations offered for SOKU, for the enhancement of SOKU and strengthening SOKU, and to ensure that those matters, even though they were brought before the court, that we can still go after those people from other angles. So they are working on that. So now that we know where our weakest point is, we will continue to work to ensure that we can address those gaps and those deficiencies and address.
Ladies and gentlemen of the video, at this time we would like to thank you for coming down to our space for today's press conference. And we do look forward to having this interaction with you after the next press conference.
Thank you. Oh, you're all invited to the Ministry of Public Health. We're having our Father's celebration and our randomly contest, which begins in a month. But happy Diwali to all of you.